next to me, just about over here. And we're live back here at the Rhode Island State House. If you've heard some young voices in the background, it is because high schoolers are here at the State House, and I do have a coordinator at the national level with the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, Gustavo Torres. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it because they are taking part in what's called the Zombie Walk. Now this, of course, are young folks concerned about the impact of tobacco use, both on their peers and the community in general. I'm looking around, there are dozens of kids, red t-shirts. They're getting there. Are you going to make up your face?
I am. I'm going to be zombified.
We're going to zombify Gustavo, but tell us a little bit about the walk and what you're trying to bring attention to, especially with legislators for particular pieces of legislation that you think could help or hurt young folks as it pertains to tobacco.
Well, I think it's really important for us, first and foremost, to really understand we've been able to reduce youth smoking rates more than 70% over the last 2 decades. Here in Rhode Island, youth smoking rates are down to about 6%. When you look at smoking rates nationally, it's 8%, so we've been able to make a lot of really great progress here. But unfortunately, e-cigarettes are really threatening the progress. Nationally, e-cigarette use rates are at 20%. That's similar here in Rhode Island, it's 20%. And so this is really concerning because e-cigarettes contain nicotine. We know nicotine is addictive, and it has adverse effects on the developing adolescent brain. And so the event today was really not only raising awareness about e-cigarette use, but what can we do and proven solutions to address this. At the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, we really focus on core policies that help to reduce youth initiation, help smokers quit, and protect everyone from the dangers of secondhand smoke. And so that's why one of those promising strategies is increasing the minimum sale age of tobacco to 21. You know, we know 95% of smokers started before the age of 21. So if we could really reduce the initiation of young people, we could actually help protect generations from a lifetime of addiction.
Well, let's talk a little bit to viewers here, Gustavo, about e-cigarettes. The popularity with youth, I mean, it seems like a cultural thing, and a lot of it seems like the original tobacco use contained within the advertising and the presentation. Is there a way at the state and federal levels to address that as well?
Well, I think it's important. We've been able to, on a federal level, there's advertising there. So you don't see traditional tobacco being advertised on race cars, sporting events, on billboards. But yet, e-cigarettes are not included in those restrictions. So you're starting to see e-cigarette advertisements on TV. You've seen them on race cars. And as you mentioned before, it all really is centered around flavored tobacco, right? So when we think of traditional combustible tobacco, there was a wide variety of flavors that were on the market initially, and we saw such a huge increase in the use of these products, but we were able to get those restricted. And in doing so, we reduced youth initiation. Most young people start with a flavored tobacco product. And so when we look at e-cigarette rates again, here in Rhode Island are at 20%. If you look at the adult e-cigarette use rate, it's 5%.
It's clearly looking at the youth, right? Focused at the youth.
And why is it, do we think, that so many young people are actually using this product? It is because of all the flavors. When you actually think about it, there's over 15,000 flavors on the market.
15,000 flavors?
Over 15,000 flavors. It's crazy. And this is really why on a federal level, and even on a state and local level, we need FDA to take really strong action and ban flavored tobacco products, including mint and menthol. Because it's about time that we put our children's health first. We've already seen decades of destruction combustible tobacco has done. And why are we allowing this to come back in a new form of e-cigarettes, addicting a whole new generation of young people?
Do you think young folks, and you talk about that 20% rate in Rhode Island of youth using e-cigarettes, obviously more studies keep coming about the health impacts of e-cigarettes. Do you think youth know about the potential health impacts of e-cigarettes?
Unfortunately not, and there's so much misinformation out there. When you actually have a lot of conversations with young people, most young people didn't even realize e-cigarettes or juul contain nicotine. And when you actually think about that and the misconception of these products that's actually out there, it's the conversations they're having with each other and the conversations we're not having and parents are not having with their kids, that these products do contain nicotine. E-cigarettes contain metals like nickel and lead, which is really concerning. So there is more and more research that needs to be done, and this is again why we're really calling on FDA to really do a lot of research to really understand what are the true health effects. We already understand that nicotine is highly addictive, and we've done so much research on nicotine and the adverse effects it has on the developing adolescent brain, all the way up until the age of 26. So, we already know that these products are not harmless, and so it's really important that we actually start to address it. But really, we do need to have more conversations about the harms, and as this research comes out, make sure we're really sharing it with young people too.
Well, as I said, you can probably hear the young folks in the background. And before we go here, we're going to let you get a little glimpse as to what's taking place here at the State House. But I'd like to thank Gustavo Torres with the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So we're going to flip it around, give you a little look here as to what's taking place. Okay, we've got youth here at the State House getting all made up again. They are going to be starting their zombie walk here shortly. Putting on their makeup, getting their t-shirts, putting together their signs, making sure that people, again, know that they are concerned about the impact of tobacco and e-cigarettes. So that wraps up another Go Local Live here at the State House. We'll see you all back in studio on Go Local Live.